All right, youngers, all of yous gather around. Let Uncle BW's read yous a Christmas story. This is titled A Visit from Old Santa Claus. 'Twas the night afore Christmas. I was a-settin' round my trailer, a-drinkin' like a fish and cussin' like a sailor. The stockings was hung up above the front door. Old Santy better watch out for that dog shit on the floor. Them mean-ass youngerns didn't want to go to bed, so I wonked them every one upside their tiny heads. The old lady in her lingerie and me in my thong had just hopped in the water bed a-fixin' to get it on. When out in the yard I heard such a noise, I knowed right away it was them methed up neighbor boys. I jumped out the bed, tripped over some trash, fell in the floor and busted my ass. The porch light a-shining on that fresh fallen snow reminded me of a big 8-ball of blow. When what to my bloodshot eyes gave me pause, but a little dog sled pulled by 8 mean-ass bulldogs, with a half-sober driver with a big old beer gut, and his britches rode low, showing the crack of his butt. Now Curly, now Shirley, now Lester and Hank, on Ronnie, on Donnie, on Lonnie and Frank, get me up to the porch so I can brace again the wall. I'm so damn drunk, if I try to walk, I'm going to fall. Like Dale Sr. at Charlotte a-comin' in hot, them bulldogs went to pullin' that sled in a trot. Right up to the porch, them mean bastards they flew, a dog sled full of beer and old Santa Claus too. As I was squintin' and lookin' real hard, the front one bowed up and shit in my yard. Then I jumped back and I hit the floor. That drunk son of a bitch kicked in my front door. He was dressed like a bum from his head to his feet. He smelled of unwashed ass and old rotten meat. A sack full of bush ice he carried across his back, and a rock in his shirt pocket, probably meth or crack. His beer gut stuck out, and his liver was pickled. Every time I looked at him, I couldn't help but get tickled. He had a banged-up grill, with his teeth rotten and loose. The beard on his chin was stained with backer juice. A big pinch of snuff he had stuck in his lip, and he pooned a bush ice, killing it in one sip. He had an old wrinkled face, wore cheap Joe Lap shoes, and by looking at his belly, I believe he had the dicky do. He was about half drunk and a tad bit high, but if you ask me, he's a hell of a guy. He drank another beer and spit backer juice. Then he farted real big, just like a bull moose. He said not a word, just throwed down his sack. He left 2 cases of Bush and a fresh Marlboro Reds pack. And picking his nose, he spit in the floor and stumbled his way back out the front door. He jumped on his sled, then fell off the side, climbed back on and said, "Come on, boys, let's ride." And I heard him holler as he rode off afar, "Merry Christmas to all yuns, and Feliz Knobby Tar."